Every time I hear men talk about supposed female privilege, I start to wonder if growing up in a patriarchal society has caused them to develop a legitimate cognitive impairment. They claim to be the more logical, rational sex, but when it comes to having conversations about sexism, misogyny, legitimate male privilege, that just seems to fly out the window. And they also love to say that women are more emotional, yet the absolute rage they show at just being asked to look in the mirror is nothing short of astounding. I have men in my comment sections for literally weeks on end because they are so pressed. They dedicate all of their free time to trolling women, to trolling me, trying to argue that the fact that women get half-price drinks at bars on Thursdays is a privilege that somehow greatly disadvantages them and is equivalent to, I don't know, let's say the male privilege of getting to make your own healthcare decisions. Women are literally dying of sepsis because they are being denied life-saving abortions because men have decided that they should control what women do with their bodies. And you're going to talk to me about half-price drinks. The amazing thing is, this question of what the fuck is wrong with dudes' brains sent me down a research rabbit hole where I actually discovered that there's a body of sociological and psychological research that shows that male privilege actually negatively affects men's development as human beings. In fact, this same body of research shows that even though men will cry, male discrimination or bemoan mythical female privilege, the reality is they actually don't care. It does not have any effect on their mental health and well-being. Meanwhile, when women are targeted by gender discrimination or are confronted by that and think about it, it shows a direct correlation with a decreased mental health and well-being, with increased stress, with decreased self-esteem. So I'm going to wager a little guess and say that if there actually were a concerted systemic effort to disadvantage men, they would actually be mentally impacted. But there isn't, so they aren't. And I could just duet this video I'm about to show in part 2 by staring blankly ahead and not saying a thing, and women would recognize the message, which is that it is comical for men to try to argue that they somehow are disadvantaged on the same systemic level as women, and that they are somehow held to higher accountability standards. But I'm not one for staying silent, and on the off chance that even one man has enough brain tissue left to understand the argument I'm about to make, I think it's worth it. So let's talk about how female privilege is a myth.